Microsoft announced to the entire world last year that they were going to be bringing a new Windows operating system. This made users a bit shocked because in previous times, Microsoft made it clear that they were not creating any new operating system, but were just going to be updating the Windows 10 operating system. It also brought a feeling of nostalgia because some thought that the features that were being brought were fun and great to try out, but others too thought that the operating system was just about UI design. It's a year and some months now. Microsoft has decided to roll out a major update called the Windows 11 22H2 update to cater for some of the issues that users complained about. Windows Spotlight is one of the many features that we can find on the update. Well, this is not a new feature from Microsoft as it was already present on Windows 10, but we never saw it on Windows 11. Let's sign in and talk about the other features we can find on the update. Microsoft didn't just end there with the Spotlight feature. They have also integrated it into the desktop wallpaper, and so now you can opt in for them to be sending you wallpapers daily of various places in the world. Well, this is a nice feature because in previous Windows operating systems, that's Windows 10 and Windows 8, you had to download a setup called the Bing Wallpapers before you could be able to receive wallpapers daily from Microsoft. Right, click on your desktop and click on Personalize, and then go to Lock Screen. Under the lock screen, you have the section that says Personalize your lock screen. So you can click on this arrow here, then you get the Windows Spotlight option. You also have pictures. This was how the lock screen looked initially, and then after the update, it has been changed to the Windows Spotlight. But since the update occurred, the lock screen hasn't changed yet. Now let's go back to the personalization section and then click on the background. For the desktop wallpaper, this can be changed under the personalize your background section. So we just need to click on this option, then we get to choose a picture, solid color, slideshow, and then lastly, the Windows Spotlight. So let's select it and see if it changes. I'm not sure why it hasn't changed yet. Maybe it takes some time for that to happen. Let's move to the next feature as we wait for it to load. The next place we'll be going to is the notification area here. Then we used to have the do not disturb feature in this section, right? But it has been moved to the calendar section, which we can find here. You can definitely turn it on or off. This is a great thing because before the update was made, whenever you come to click the option here, you come and find the do not disturb icon under the calendar section. And so in turning it off, you might forget that it's rather in this section and not a calendar section where you just go and click and you find that. The next change that we can find on the calendar section is beneath here, which is a focus mode feature that has been added. And it works like just the normal Pomodoro technique that some of you might know about. You get to set a time here, 30 minutes, 45, depending on what you want to do. And then you have to click here, and then the timer starts. This feature is actually under the clock app, which Microsoft has always had. And then you can see it here. You also get to add some to-do list from the Microsoft To-Do service. And then you also displayed daily progress in this section. You also get to use the Spotify app if you are a type that works faster when you are using music. Still under notifications, Bluetooth has now made it possible for you to scan for devices that have not been connected to your PC from this section. You also get to see those that have been connected as well. Previously, this wasn't possible. The only thing you could do with this button was to turn it on or off. Then if you needed to search for devices, you had to go and then open this place for you to be able to search for those devices, and then pair them as well. And the last thing we want to talk about in the notification area here is the menu that we get here to be able to select the audio output for this laptop. And so if you have many sound gadgets connected to a laptop, it's now possible for you to select which of them you want the sound to be delivered to. Let me briefly talk about this little change that Microsoft has made to the sound bar and also the display bar for desktop, right? The sound and then the brightness button used to be found on top around this section, but now you will get it being displayed under here. Now let's move to a file explorer because we also have some changes there. And then the changes are quite noticeable. The first change that we can clearly see is how the left panel here has been laid out. On the top section here, we have an option called the home. And then the home just houses your quick access folders, and it also houses any other folder that you have pinned that will appear under the favorite section. Well, you also have this section which is kind of like a duplicate of the home section. So I don't know why Microsoft has decided to do that, because it makes the panel look a bit messed up. And at the bottom, you also get a normal section you have always seen. One other great feature that you'll find in File Explorer is the addition of tabs to it. So now you get a chance of creating more tabs just under one File Explorer. You need not open multiple File Explorers to do this. And that's a great thing, because now it's possible for you to just copy stuffs. In fact, you don't need to right click and copy or type any command. You can just drag the file into the tab you need to copy it to, and then leave it, and then copy straight away. You can also use the Ctrl plus T key to be able to open new tabs, or you press the Ctrl plus W to close those tabs that have been opened. Moving to the start menu, we also get to see some new features there. The first one on the list is that you now get the ability to group apps together to form folders. You also get a chance to be able to name that folder according to what you want it to be. The next change of the start menu can be found under the personalization tab of the settings. When we head to the start option, we then get to select the layout of the start menu as to whether you need to see more apps on the start menu than recommendations, or you need to see less of the icons and more of recommendations. Well, this is just a little feature that Microsoft has added to the layout of the start menu. We used to have a lot of customization for Windows 10 start menu, and that was very great. My opinion though. But what do you think? Let me know in the comment section. Is this great, or you prefer to use the Windows 10 start menu? At first, it wasn't possible for you to be able to move files and folders from the File Explorer onto another app using the taskbar. So if you try doing that, what you used to see was that you just get an X shape on the file or folder that you were dragging, and it will never open the app for you. But now it's possible, just like what we used to see on Windows 10. And back to Windows Spotlight. We now have the Windows Spotlight working perfectly. That was after we tried so many solutions to be able to find out what the issue was. If you have a similar issue with Windows Spotlight and you would like us to create a video on it, kindly let us know in the comment section. The Windows Spotlight comes with an icon here that lets you know more about the picture that has been displayed. And once you double click on it, it opens in the Microsoft Edge, that's the Bing search. And then we can see more about the place. And if we should click the All section, we get to know a bit about where the place is and also what we can find there. You should also right click on it. You get to switch to the next picture. As you see, I switched successfully. So the update comes with some issues which Microsoft has documented on their site, and then we'll provide a link in the comment section. Some of the issues documented on the Microsoft site includes database connections using Microsoft SQL Server driver might fail. You also have Task Manager which might not display in expected colors. Connections may fail when using remote desktop connection brokers. And finally, update might fail to install and you might receive an error. We'll let you know of any other features that we find during our use. And before you go, which new feature interests you the most? We would like to know as well. Mine is that I finally get to move files to other apps using the taskbar. I thank you for watching till the end, and share this to others to support the work being done here. See you in the next video.